And so here we are. After embarkation in Venice, we will cruise along the Adriatic Sea to discover 5 other destinations in 4 different countries aboard the MSC Opera. At 275 meters long and with 728 crew members, it can accommodate up to 2,658 passengers, traveling at a maximum speed of 20 knots. Launched in 2004 by Sophia Loren, it was renovated in 2015. The cabins are on decks from 7 to 10, while decks 5 and 6 house the indoor common areas, and decks 11 and 12 house the outdoor common areas. Finally, on deck 13, forward, there is a solarium area reserved for Oria guests and a mini golf course aft. For this cruise, we chose the Deluxe Balcony Orea, an outside cabin with a balcony. Number 10127 is on deck 10. The first thing we notice upon entering the room is, of course, the double bed. It's large, but the side and middle passages are decidedly generous. Above the minibar cabinet sits a good-sized TV. On the pillow, secured with a tie, is an information card. The bed was entirely furnished by Dorlon, a high-end Italian manufacturer. On the bed are 2 orange beach towels, suitable for both the pool and the beach. The temperature control panel in the camera is Spartan but functional. We immediately notice that the on-off switch is missing. On the desk, in addition to the standard amenities, is a nice welcome gift, a bottle of Prosecco and a tray filled with ice and a chocolate bar. On the balcony, there are 2 chairs and a small table. In the bathroom, the sink has a thick soap dispenser, 2 corner soap bars, and 2 toothbrush holders. A wall-mounted hairdryer, toilet, and shower are present. Of course, there's no bidet.
Non hai registrato?
Certo, sto filmando.
The outdoor common areas are on levels 11 and 12. On deck 11, the outdoor area is essentially occupied by the pools and the Spinnaker pool bar. This area is very busy during the day, but much quieter in the evening. On deck 12, along the perimeter of the pool area, there's a path for walking or jogging. On deck 13, aft, there's a mini golf course. We've never seen anyone play, probably because there are no clubs and balls. In this case, a man used it as a nap bed. also on deck 13, but at the bow, there's an area reserved for passengers with an Araya reservation. It's essentially a solarium with sunbeds available. There are also two-person wicker structures for those who prefer shade, but these are available for a fee. On a ship called Opera, we couldn't help but end with the Opera House. It's located on deck 6 at the front of the ship. We've always found it very crowded, perhaps because objectively there aren't many alternative evening entertainment options. Each evening, it offers a different show in two separate sessions, one at 8 p.m. and one at 10 p.m. The group of artists who alternate on stage each evening is made up of about 10 people, a couple of singers, 3 acrobats, and the rest are dancers. The quality of the shows overall is good. The sets are pleasant. The sound system is by far the best I've ever heard on a cruise ship. However, we did miss a certain differentiation between the shows, but since the artist team is always the same throughout the cruise, this was inevitable. On other ships, we've seen different groups of artists alternate on different evenings, which honestly makes the show more enjoyable. In the common areas just before the theater entrance, there are shopping areas partly on deck 5 and partly on deck 6. Here, you'll find sunglasses, watches, handbags, perfumes, consumer electronics, liquor and tobacco, clothing, gifts, and souvenirs. Honestly, however, we found the prices generally unattractive and few items on sale. One thing we really didn't like, the indication of a percentage discount on certain products, but the absence of a standard price. This obviously makes no sense to know that the store intends to apply a discount on that particular product. On deck 6, in addition to the shops, there are also Aroma Coffee Bar and La Cabala, which are essentially piano bars, the Cotton Club, another bar where you can also dance, and the Med Pearl Casino for gambling enthusiasts. On Deck 11 you'll find 3 distinct but connecting areas for more informal and quick dining. The Patio Hamburger Paradise, where you can enjoy hot dogs in addition to hamburgers. The Patio Pizza and Pasta, where you'll find 3 or 4 different types of pizza and a couple of different pastas. And the La Velle Buffet Restaurant, which offers a good variety of dishes. For those who prefer a more formal atmosphere, table service, and an a la carte menu with a variety of dishes to choose from, there's the La Caravelle Restaurant on Deck 5, which seats up to 981 guests. And the Le Proto Restaurant on Deck 6, which seats 422. The food quality is good, and the view is often spectacular, especially at aft tables like this one. Unfortunately, the wait times are intolerable. 15 minutes to order, 20 minutes from ordering to the appetizer, another 20 minutes between the appetizer and the first course, 20 minutes between the first course and the second course, and finally another 20 minutes for dessert. It's really too long, at least for us. In conclusion, we can't give the MSC Opera a full thumbs up. While the cabin was certainly cozy and had a super comfortable mattress, we were often woken up at 4 a.m. by the noise of the staff unstacking the Deck 11 Sun loungers directly above the cabins on Deck 10. The food is good quality, but it was often difficult to find a free table in the buffet area. The wait times in the Le Proto Restaurant are excessively long. The shopping options are rather limited, and the level of guest entertainment is limited to very few choices. In future videos of this cruise, we'll show you how disembarking and re-embarking weren't always easy, but we'll stop here for today.